What up, players? It's Warboss Tay up in this mud. Welcome to the day 16 video of the Warboss Tay painting challenge. Let me show you my progress today. So I organized, lined up all of my figures that I painted so far that are waiting for washes and dry brushes on their hats and highlights and stuff. More importantly, today I primed and got all the reds done on the rest of the infantry. So tomorrow I'll be hitting the boots, the helmets, or the hats, the skin, hopefully trying to get as much of the base work done as possible. Back here I've decided that for the tutorial on my Vostroyans, for anyone who's willing to watch them and anyone who's collecting them or thinking about collecting them, what I have here are the 8 figures that you might be painting a lot of. So the only one that you might not really be is this guy. The grenade launcher guy comes with the command squad with like the big banner, the company commander, the medic, and the voxcaster. But for those of you who are interested in having grenade launchers in your other squads, you might be able to pick them up on Bits orders on eBay. So I'm including him. But the rest of these are standard guys that if you buy the from Games Workshop, the infantry squad, you will see all of them, and they all have, I'm giving them all names, like here's Uncle Vanya posing, and here's Uncle Vanya running, and here's Gas Mask guy running, and here's Gas Mask guy running without the bayonet, and here's Uncle Vanya aiming. So yeah, they all have little names, and once I start filming my tutorial, I'm going to be doing each step by step and then painting them all at the same time and showing you what techniques you might use differently for different guys. Because of the different cut in the uniform, the different details, I figured I might as well do that because you're going to be painting a whole bunch of very like models, since they're all identical. It just depends on how many or what sculpt you're working on at the moment. So, okay, enough about that. Hopefully tomorrow I can... What I'm trying to do is get all of my guys up to the same standard as these guys. So base coat's all done, ready for washes. And then I can wash them and dry brush and highlight them all at the same time and work on their bases. And that'll be that. The last thing I want to show you for my progress today is my Sentinel here. I've gotten to work on the base by putting some Vallejo white stone down, adding some sand, little pieces of slate. I also used some army, or not army painter, but some Flames of War weathering powders. And what I'm going to try to do is see if I can get some white spirits paint thinner so that I can work with some oil paints that my lady boss has at her place. So we'll see if we can get some of that. But I mean, I think it looks pretty cool. I have to paint the base still. The base is not going to look like that at all once it's painted. It'll look more like urban. But I am pretty happy with it. I'm going to put the number 1 on this red panel there to denote that it's the first Sentinel in this squad of, I guess you could do up to 3 armored Sentinels. So this would be the first one. Some squad markings there on the right side. Hunter Killer Missile, autocannon. So yeah, there's that guy. Pretty happy with him. And, oh, sand coming off. So yeah, let me know what you guys think, and keep filming those videos and your responses. I'm sorry, I'm still, I think, on day 11 trying to watch all the videos. Haven't been able to sit down and watch them all. It's been a pretty busy day here. And the last thing I want to get to is the daily question, which is alternate universes. Do you think they are a good thing or a bad thing? And by alternate universes, what I mean to say is alternate histories, fluffy armies that are built using background in history and fiction that is not like normal, or not like the standard accepted canon, quote-unquote, fiction. So the example I'm going to use is the Dornian heresy. And it was a thing created by some guys, I think originally for a forum called Bolter and Chainsword. And if you Google Dornian heresy, it should lead you to a PDF file. And the PDF file, it kind of starts off as this Eldar warlock or Farseer who is seeing his world, or his craft world, or the world that he's on being potentially destroyed by a group of invading, I think it's Death Guard, Chaos Space Marines. So he casts his mind out and he tries to imagine the the infinite possibilities of what could be happening right now. And it's just an interesting way of saying, like, what would have happened if Horus had not turned and the heresy did not come about because of him, but actually because of Rogel Dorn. If the Chaos Gods had convinced Rogel Dorn instead to turn against the Emperor, and all the alternate thing that might have happened. So definitely check it out. It's basically, it takes all of the legions and it flips them around so that if they were traitors, then they, through the fluff of this alternate history, become loyalists, and vice versa. So, like, the Night Lords stay loyal to the Emperor, and the World Eaters stay loyal, and on the other hand, the Imperial Fists become the Black Legion because they fail in killing the Emperor, and I think like the Blood Angels become traitors, and because of their gene seed curse, they have to. I think they start worshipping Nurgle, which that's the one that I think is the weirdest one, because Blood Angels, you would think that they would either turn to Slanesh, since they are such a close tie to the Emperor's children in their beliefs and how they love ornate iconography, or to Khorne because of the blood rage, the red thirst, and all that. Anyways, I'm going to let you guys read it, check it out if you have not already. It is awesome, fantastic. But do you think that alternate universes should be allowed? And I'm going to say yes, because it allows you, the modeler, the painter, who is collecting up these armies, the opportunity to paint, convert, build up a army that exists in your own mind. So I could collect a Space Marine force, paint them all up in the blues and whites of the original World Eaters pre-heresy color scheme, and say that it's my alternate history, current day 40k World Eaters in this alternate timeline. Or, for example, you could take Night Lords, which is really, really a big thing in the history, and the fluff in the story, and everybody loves the Night Lords now because of Aaron Dembski-Bowden's books, and say that instead of turning to chaos, they realize that the only way to keep the Imperium together is through fear and through terror tactics. So they stayed loyal to the Emperor, and they are holding together the Imperium right now through their use of keeping the citizens of the Imperium in like a constant state of terror and fear. But then they are loyalists, which is, I think, just really interesting. The possibilities are really endless out there. Or you could take it to fantasy and say, well, what would happen if I created this Empire army that is a current day Empire army based on a Sylvania. If the province of Sylvania had not fallen to Vlad von Karstein, and instead had resisted, and if like some Empire troops came in time to annex and free and liberate Sylvania, so that you can have an Empire army with Sylvania colors that uses steam tanks and handgunners and all these things that they wouldn't have, or they don't in the current fluff, because the Sylvanian nobility and armies and everything just kind of disappeared once Vlad von Karstein showed his hand and took over the province. And then everybody kind of, Sylvania just kind of disappeared and became wrapped up into Stirland. But originally the Sylvanian army colors were red and purple and black, and there's a lot of dragon iconography, and they're very, it's a lot of classical and Baroque. They don't have any of the new stuff because they were an old army. And I think it would be cool to have an Empire army painted up as Sylvanians. So let me know what you think. Long video, so sorry about that. I know you guys all have a lot of videos to watch through. But this is my day 16 for the Warboss Tape Painting Challenge. Keep it going, stay motivated, and I'll see you in the next one. Latest, players.